Welcome to Max in the Van. This is Max. He's a 2-year-old English Springer Spaniel. And this is the van. It's a VW T6 campervan that he shares with his human companion, Owen. Hello and welcome to Max in the Van. Today you find us on the M1. We've just left Milton Keynes and we're northbound heading towards the M6, and we're travelling up to the Lake District and the town of Keswick. Last week COVID restrictions were relaxed, which means the campsites are now open and taking bookings. So Max and I are going to grab a couple of days hill walking in and around the lakes. We just stopped at the Motorway services just for a cup of coffee and a sausage roll. Max has had a nice walk and it's a glorious day, lovely weather, and touch wood, the motorway is running pretty well at the moment. We're staying at the camping and caravanning club Keswick site, which should not be confused with the Derwentwater site, which is just around the corner. Access is down a narrow lane off Crow Park Road. 2 motorhomes meeting here would find it a very tight squeeze. A site warden will meet you at the entrance barrier, and after checking your booking details, will take you to your designated pitch. The site is situated right on the shores of Derwentwater, and it doesn't take Max long to start exploring. This is a very large and often busy site, but it still somehow manages to retain a sense of peace and calm. It offers a good selection of large grass and hard-standing pitches, many with electric hookup and water. There are 2 amenity blocks with showers and Elson points, and the reception block houses a wealth of local information. We've had a long journey today, so after a bite to eat, it's time for an early night. After a good night's sleep and Max has done his morning business, we head off into the town centre to find the starting point for our first walk. Keswick is a bustling town that offers a good range of facilities with a great selection of walking and hiking stores. It has a number of independent boutique shops and a good selection of cafes and restaurants, many of which are found around the market square. The first section of our walk will take us down to the lake, and it begins at the Moot Hall. We leave the square to the right of the old Keswickian fish and chip shop and head down Lake Road that runs alongside Hope Park. After passing the theatre by the lake, we arrive at the Derwentwater jetties.
and on the spur of the moment decide to take a boat trip. The Keswick Launch Company offers trips around the lake, together with rowing boats and self-drive motorboats for hire. This is also the embarkation point for the shuttle service across to Hawes End and the start of the Cat Bells Walk. We've opted for a 50-minute non-stop trip around the northern section of Derwentwater. After returning to the jetties, we cross the road and resume our walk, which now follows a waymarked trail through Cockshot Woods, before returning to the lakeside. After turning left at the T-junction, follow the path for 60 metres, before turning right onto a gravel track that rises up to run alongside Borrowdale Road. This section offers fine views towards Skiddaw in the north and Cat Bells to the west. Keeping straight on over a tarmac road, the way ahead continues between a wall and a fenced field, and then heads down through the wood. After crossing a small stream, the lake is now only a 2-minute walk away, and a path opens up onto the shores of Calf Close Bay that nestles below Waller Crag. At the north end of the bay, the path rises up into woodland, where a small diversion to your left brings you to the Millennium Seat that offers fine views over the lake. The way ahead now runs inland between a wire fence and an open grassy area where sheep graze freely, and it is important that dogs are kept strictly under control. After about 500 metres the path drops down to the left and arrives at a boardwalk that crosses a very boggy section. And eventually we arrive back at the lakeshore at Strandshack Bay. At the north end of the bay you can make a short diversion up some steps to the viewpoint at Friar's Crag. Here you will find a monument to the Victorian painter and art critic, John Ruskin. After pausing for a while to appreciate the views, it's only a few minutes walk back to the Derwentwater jetties. Before returning to the campervan via an alternative route through Crow Park, we stop for a while to take in the superb views one last time. The park is only a few minutes walk away from the campsite, and once again an early night beckons. After a peaceful night, the following morning finds the weather set fair once again, and it's time to head off for our second walk of the trip. Today we are heading for Latrigg, the hill that overlooks Keswick, and once again we start at the Moot Hall in the Market Square. But this time we leave to the left of the chip shop, along Station Street, down to the bridge over the River Greta. After dropping down some steps we enter Lower Fitz Park and follow the path alongside the river towards the BMX track. Off to the right, our destination, Latrigg, stands guard over the town. An avenue of trees leads up to Brandholm Road, where we turn right and head up the hill to Spoony Green Lane. The track rises gently and soon arrives at a bridge over the busy A66. After the information board we begin the steepest part of the walk, and for the next 500 metres the track climbs sharply through a wooded section. But you are rewarded with stunning views across the valley. After crossing two streams, the way ahead becomes less steep, and the views open out to your left, providing some good photo opportunities. We hope you've enjoyed our visit to Keswick, and if you have, please enter your comments below, click the like button and consider subscribing to our channel, and click the bell icon for notifications of further videos. Thanks for watching Max in the Van.